regret what you did?
What this community went through.
You ever be mixing business and pleasure again?
Out of my face, man.
Sex sessions that we know of between the lady jailer and a registered sex offender, an accused rapist, a convicted felon.
A youth corrections officer has been arrested, accused of having a sexual relationship with a parolee.
And as we all know, women like the bad guys, with so much so that they fall for convicts for the heaviest crimes. Today, we're going to show you several cases when female officers who were supposed to protect us from dangerous criminals fell in love with them instead. Sometimes this ended well, but in most cases, it ends very badly. But stay tuned and you'll see that for yourself. Number 5. Melissa Goodwin and Corey London. Can you believe it? The prison guard looks great, right? Well, it's more surprising that she got involved in a romance with someone like Corey London, who was one of her inmates.
Melissa, why did you do it?
It all started when Melissa and Corey were unofficially a couple in prison, but nobody ever said it out loud, until the day Corey London received a message that his girlfriend was posing on Instagram with another guy, Caleb Valeri. That's when everything changed. This infuriated Corey, who went straight to the prosecutor's office and told them that she had oral sex with him 5 times in the prison storage room while she was supposed to be guarding him. He also revealed a love letter that she'd written to him. In the letter, she confessed that, quote, "From what I gather, you are kind, caring, sweet, and would do anything for the people you love. I think you're handsome and have so much potential. As much as I want to talk to you and hear your voice, it's better this way. I can wait for you. My promises mean something, but I need a little time. It's not to say that if it hits the date, then that's it. Just something to look forward." Well, later someone in the prison broke Corey's jaw and he withdrew all of his accusations. Because of this, the guard didn't end up in jail. Instead, she got community service. Quite a fair little bit of drama, isn't it? It's probably best not to mess with people like her. The same can be said of the inmate of the next case. Number 4. Jill Curry, Jonglin Delgado Galvin, Brett Robinson. Now hang in there with us because this love triangle is quite a ride. Jill Curry, a jail worker and the wife of a sheriff's deputy, seemed to be fed up with her ordinary life. From May to July 2014, she let a 25-year-old prisoner named Jonglin Delgado Galvan out of his cell multiple times and took him to a supply closet for intimate encounters. Investigators later obtained video evidence showing Curry and Delgado Galvan entering the closet together at least 6 different times. Delgado Galvan was no ordinary guy. He was a truly disgusting individual, convicted of rape and other sexual crimes. Surprisingly, that didn't stop Curry from getting involved with him. Apparently, the man was supposed to write her poems and sing her songs. A real romantic, isn't he?
This registered sex offender read her poems and sang her songs before they had sex in the supply closet at the jail?
Yes.
During the Curry investigation, law enforcement officials discovered that Brett Robinson, 32, another civilian services employee at the jail, had also been having sex with the same prisoner, stated Washington County Sheriff's Department spokesman Sergeant Bob Ray.
Curry claims that he began talking to the jailer like he was the boyfriend.
We have no idea what this man had that lured not one but 2 female guards into temptation. But one thing's for sure, he had a knack for manipulation, using it all to get out of prison faster. After his affairs with the guards were exposed, he actually sued both of them for sexual harassment, claiming he was the victim. Pretty clever, right? The same can't be said for the next guard though. She really got herself into a mess. But before we move on to number 3, we want to remind you to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and now let's get back on topic. Number 3. Marie Waller. A former correctional officer is accused of having several sexual encounters with a parolee. According to court records, officers found sexually inappropriate Snapchat messages on Waller's phone.
Another corrections officer allegedly saw sexually explicit Snapchat messages between the two and reported the officer.
In a search of Waller's phone, investigators allegedly found sexually explicit photos and videos of a juvenile. Investigators talked to the parolee, who was in a group home during questioning. He claimed he had sexual encounters with Waller there. They found explicit photos and videos of Waller on his phone. When questioned, Waller confessed to the encounters but didn't provide details. Court records reveal that during a restroom break, Waller used her Apple Watch to ask a friend to tell the parolee to deny and delete everything.
When she was confronted with the allegation, court documents say she actually tried to communicate with the alleged victim with her Apple Watch to warn him about what was coming.
Of course, all the games didn't help. The woman was still fired from her job and brought to court. Number 2. Denise Prell. This former civilian labor shop supervisor at the Clinton Correctional Facility was sentenced recently to 1 year in jail. A subsequent investigation found that Prell was involved in a romantic relationship with an inmate and smuggling contraband and cash into the prison for him.
I look back and I'm like, what were you thinking, like everyone said?
Notably, Prell's improper actions came less than 2 years after 2 convicted murderers escaped from the Clinton Correctional Facility with the help of Taylor Shop employee Joyce Mitchell, who was arrested and convicted in 2015.
Joyce Mitchell, the woman accused of helping those convicted killers escape from a New York prison, remains behind bars.
And it was the exact same tailoring facility where Denise slept with one of the inmates. There's really something fishy going on in that prison, even though Prell denies it. She got involved in that mess with the inmate for a few different reasons. Now she's trying to defend herself and prove her innocence. She has her friends and lawyers standing by her side. Unfortunately, whether she cries or not, the decision has been made. Now Prell will be guarding the bars from the other side. Still, nothing can compare to our number 1. Number 1. LaTanya Hickbottom and Ramon Cummings.
4th Avenue Jail ends up behind bars herself. NCSO exposing an affair with an inmate who has a violent criminal history.
The Maricopa County Correctional Health Services nurse became romantically involved with the male inmates while working in the 4th Avenue Jail. The county sheriff's office received information from an unidentified source on September 3rd that a nurse named LaTanya might be having an inappropriate relationship with Ramon Cummings, an inmate. The affair was discovered after deputies monitored phone calls between Hickbottom and the inmate, they said. She also posted $100 to the inmate's canteen account.
Inmate that she had a romance with at least had naked photos of the nurse.
But most importantly, nude photos of Hickbottom were discovered during a search of the inmate's jail cell. Hickbottom admitted that she gave photos of herself to another inmate to pass along to her incarcerated paramour after being confronted by detectives.
Contraband to a prisoner, it is a Class 2 felony.
However, not long after, the woman was arrested and charges were pressed, so she had nothing more to say. Just like us in today's episode. Thank you everybody for watching. And if you enjoyed our content, then please click here to watch the previous episodes. We'll see you there.